What's poppin', Jew? What's poppin'? Everybody wanted to know what would happen if I didn't make it. If I didn't make it tonight. Well, I guess you already know. We will never know because I made it. Give me 1 second. I'm still trying to fucking post up my story right now. But what up, Jew? Thanks for the love on the Budka video. I appreciate it. Stirring up a lot of headlines. I mean, not like people are posting about it, but I guess headlines is the wrong word. A lot of the fans feel a type of way about it. Okay. And a little spoiler, bro. This whole Joe Rogan responding to Rousey thing. Dude, Joe ain't got no fucking nothing to him no more. Like, he just, I don't want to, like, spoil this shit, but, like, dude, this guy doesn't say shit. Like, go after the bitch, bro. She just fucking went after your credibility in martial arts, and you're just gonna sit there and take it. We'll react to this full video. Honestly, I watched, like, a minute of it and exited out. I'm like, I already know what this guy's gonna do. He's gonna act like the bigger person, the better person. We're not here for that, bro. We want you to get immature as fuck on Ronda right now. Give me 1 second. Pereira calls out Khamzat. To grapple. Oh shit, you really? Really? Let's go, bro. They should have fucking tagged my ass. Yo, what up, Mark? What up, homie? I wonder if anybody will clip off some of the shit from the Taco Padilla interview. What was the last thing? Oh, JDM has no personality. Between JDM and Joe Rogan, I don't know who's worse, bro. I don't know who I dislike worse. And I can't even believe I say that about Joe Rogan. I came up on Joe Rogan, bro. But dude, this guy completely sucks now. And I really don't like how Joe always goes after people in comments and says, like, the people in comments are lowlifes, like, they got nothing going on for their life. You know, anybody who gives you constructive criticism in the comments, fuck them. Not a fan of Joe Rogan for that. But I think we're going to put together a decent live today. I've been busy, though, boys. I've been busy. You seen it. You seen it. And this is what I wanted to say. This is what I wanted to say the other day when I hopped on Monday. This is it. You ready? Yesterday's price is not today's fucking price, boys. Always remember that. Yesterday's price is not today's fucking price. Some days you're going to have to do more than others, and it is what it is. You got to just meet the fucking standard. And obviously I had 2 interviews this week, still doing the live, still doing the podcast, still making shorts. 1 second. So yeah, yesterday's price, boys, ain't today's motherfucking price. Some days will be easier than others. Some days will be harder than others. Some days will be mid. But you always got to make sure by the end of the day, you made enough money to pay fucking rent. Alright? That's why yesterday's price is not today's fucking price. Okay, we got this posted to the story. Keep grinding. Shout out Stuart. Stu, I've been seeing you in the comments, bro. I appreciate all the support, and I love seeing you in the comments as well. Don't think I don't see you guys, alright? I see every comment. Literally. Okay, we got this shit posted. And I see James was, like, surprised that I got the Taco Padilla interview. He must not be familiar. It's okay, though, James. I see you're familiar with my game now. Nah, but when I say I see every comment, like, I saw every comment in the live chat during the Taco Padilla interview premiere. I saw all the chats yesterday during the podcast. So I know you boys wanted me to go live tonight, and here I am. Okay. We're finally all set to go. So, I guess we'll go ahead and watch this Joe Rogan clip. Like I said, I only watched a minute of it. But you already know what this dude's gonna do. Yeah, James, you better start fucking getting familiar, brother. You better start getting familiar, James. James thinks when I'm doing these, James was like thinking I pre-recorded my fucking stream yesterday. He thought the premiere for Taco Padilla interview was live today. James a funny guy. So here I am, finally live, James. I hope you're satisfied. Just to go over some of the topics, yeah, Pereira called out Khamzat to a grappling match, which is like, I don't know. It is what it is to me. Like we don't know what's going to happen there. JDM got no fucking personality, bro. This guy's offended that we care, boys. JDM is offended that we care. I want you guys to know that. He's offended that we care. He hates that we're interested in his fights. It's crazy. Never met a fighter like fucking, or never experienced a fighter like JDM who hates that we care about his fights. He hates it. Wishes we didn't care. No personality to him. You know, I shot him a little bit of bail for saying I'm gonna finish Islam in the countdown, but now I just know that shit was fake. You show up to this fucking media day press conference and just completely shit the bed, bro. Completely. Clueless. And then, yeah, Jake Paul versus AJ in talks. We could talk about that. But it's like, bro, why don't we just, you know, to the news accounts that are reporting this shit, like, we don't need to know that it's in talks, bro. You know, like, let us know when that shit's booked. Like, this whole double dipping on posts, this is what I don't like, because this is my job, okay? And it's like, these dudes be double dipping. Double fucking dipping. They give you a pre-announcement before the real announcement just to get the double post. To me, it's just as cringe as the motherfucking repost on the stories on Instagram. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, for example, if a fighter, I tag a fighter in my story because we got an interview, right? So I tag him, then he reposts the story. That's fine. But if I were to repost it, that shit's gay as hell. And that's what this stupid ass AJ versus Jake Paul in talks. Okay, great. Let us know when it's a fucking official, and we'll announce it. We don't need to know that it's in talks, bro. That shit can fall through. No hate to Mark Hatch either. I'm just fucking annoyed that, like, I think they said Jake Paul and Canelo was in talks. This is my point. What if I posted that? Which I didn't do, but then now I gotta post this, and then I gotta post it when the real opponent is actually booked. Like, I'm not putting 3 posts out for Jake fucking Paul. Like, get your fight announced and I'll post about it. I even hate how fighters go like, fighters do it all the time. Fight news coming soon. Fight news coming soon. Dude, quit fucking double dipping, bro. Just let me know when the fight's booked. We don't need to know that you got fight news on its way. Then Champ Rounds goes ahead and it just fucking, oh, Lerone Murphy says he got fight news on the way. Oh my God, okay, great. Nobody needed to know that, bro. Just let us know when the fucking fight's announced. I agree, but maybe they want to see how much interest there is. Yeah, I'm sure that's it. That's a good example, Mark. That's fine. That's fine, you know. But again, get another page to post about it, Jake Paul, because I'm not going to do it for you, bro. Go gauge it on somebody else's page. I don't got time for that, as you guys can tell. And Jake versus AJ, like, come on, bro. Go ahead, Jake. I think you can do it. I think you can handle it. I think you got that one. And then the last one I wanted to mention is that Joaquin Buckley called out Shavkat. Now, I told you guys Joaquin was like fucking... Joaquin was waiting for someone to call him out. Ain't nobody calling him out, so he took matters into his own hands, called out Khamzat. So, we'll watch all that stuff. We'll kind of break it all down. And also, let me know your thoughts about the Taco Padilla interview if you guys watched it. I saw a lot of you guys were in there watching it. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and watch Joe Rogan responding to Ronda Rousey, calling him basically a fan with an audience and discrediting his expertise or his knowledge in MMA. I'm pretty much watching this for the first time too.
For that lady, what she did was so impressive. She was the first legitimate female superstar. She made the UFC.
Right off the bat, no, she wasn't, bro. I mean, I guess if you put female superstar in front of that, I guess. But like, so what is like? We're just gonna call like no, we're not actually gonna do this because she's not a fucking superstar, bro. She has no pay-per-view records, okay. And if you're gonna call Ronda Rousey the first woman superstar, then what is Valentina by default a superstar? No, just because you're the only one doesn't mean you're a fucking superstar. I'm sorry. So no, she's not a superstar, but nice try.
Female division possible. If it wasn't for her, Dana was very open about never having female UFC fighters. It took someone that was that dynamic, that was that special.
I bet Dana regrets that decision. Sorry for interrupting.
To open his eyes and go, you know what? I think this lady's a star. And to be the type, like when she said like I wasn't an expert, everyone's entitled to their opinion, you know, but you got to understand why she thinks like that. Because she has a champion mentality. You never fought, you ain't shit. You know, it's real simple.
That's why the football guys always do that. You didn't play? You're like, yeah, but I studied the sport.
Doesn't matter, you ain't shit. I get it. It's totally fine. You can't judge her, like compare her to like Zhang Weili. Because like Zhang Weili, who was the 115-pound champion, she had a chance to watch all these other people, learn what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, what's effective, what's not effective. What Ronda had is world-class judo, world-class, bronze medalist in the Olympics. One of the best arm bars, period, in the sport, in the history of the sport. Her fucking arm bar, the technique was flawless. There's a fight with her and Kat Zingano. Kat Zingano launches at her, just fucking. Kat Zingano was an animal. Charges at her, full. Ronda catches her in an armbar in like 13 seconds. I don't remember the exact time. It was nuts, but it was perfect. Perfect technique. You know, you couldn't fuck with that. But then she fought Holly Holm. And when she fought Holly Holm, she was dealing with an elite boxer, an elite kickboxer, and a very physically strong woman who had an awesome game plan and who had a chance to study Ronda. And maybe more importantly, came from a great camp. And that camp, Jackson Winklejohn camp, one of the best camps in the world. John Jones came out of that camp. Donald Cerrone originally came out of that camp. A lot of great fighters came out of there. So they were really good at game planning. So they knew how Ronda likes to clinch. They knew how Ronda likes to set up her takedowns, and they knew, you know, what to avoid.
Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you, Joe. Honestly. What the fuck are you putting us through right now, bro? Nobody wants you to break down the whole Holly Holm thing. We're gonna keep watching, bro. I don't even know what to say other than that, bro. Like, quit fucking talking about it.
And then on top of that,
Stu goes, maybe she was a superstar because she brought more eyes to women's fighting. I don't think any of the female fighters are female superstars. I'd watch the prelims over any female fight. Might be me, but they just don't make me want to watch. No, Stuart, and I bet Dana even regrets the decision to bring on women's MMA through Ronda Rousey, because as soon as Ronda lost, she never extended like the favor to the other women out there, you know? It was a completely selfish endeavor for Ronda. But I'm looking up the top 5 biggest pay-per-views right now in UFC history. Number 10, McGregor Aldo. Nine, Usman Masvidal. 8, Alvarez McGregor. 7, McGregor Cerrone. 6, McGregor Diaz. 5, Lesnar vs. Mir 2. 4, McGregor vs. Poirier 2. 3, Diaz vs. McGregor 2. 2, Poirier vs. McGregor 3. And 1, Khabib vs. McGregor. All right. Out of 10, Ronda isn't even in one of those. The word superstar and Ronda does not belong in the same sentence. And just because you're a woman, okay, does not mean you get to be held to a lighter standard than the men. Okay? That's not the fucking case. Just had to settle that real quick. She was out to get her bag. I mean, yeah, she couldn't even handle a loss, Stu. She couldn't even handle a loss. She doesn't have pay-per-view sales, but at one point in time, she was kind of viral. She appeared in a couple movies and shows, did a lot of TV appearances. Yeah, you know, she was known. She was known, but I feel like Jew, and I mean, she's still popular to this day, but I think a lot of it was a facade. I think a lot of it was a facade, to be honest with you. I know she got a big fan interaction in Brazil with like Betch Correia and shit like that. But nah, I think Ronda got a bunch of bullshit hype. I'd have to go back and watch the shit, but that's my take for now. I stopped listening to Joe Rogan. He's a complete shill. He got no more fire, Mark. He got no more fire. He completely put his fire out. And I'll give you guys a perfect example towards the end of the stream. It's non-MMA related, but when it comes to putting out your fire, it's going to be MMA related. She quit at 29. She was no Gina Carano or Amanda Nunes. Yeah, to be honest, I never really watched Gina Carano. And we all saw what Amanda Nunes did to her. So, like, you know, I think people might be like, oh yeah, Amanda Nunes was a star. Like, but let's be real, right? Let's be real. Is she really? Is she really? We just went over the top 10 UFC pay-per-views of all time. Biggest stars, it seems like, are like McGregor, Nate Diaz, Khabib, Brock Lesnar. Like, these seem to be the biggest names. Quitting at 29 is crazy, not gonna lie. Yeah, 29 is wild. I didn't even realize she was 29. Gina, the original female superstar. Yeah, because she was a real actress, right? Wasn't she like in Star Wars or some shit? I have no clue. That's just a guess, but I feel like she was in Star Wars or something. Quitting before you even peak. Yeah. But she made her money, so she didn't need to fight anymore. Daddy Dana probably loved that. Yeah, Stu, how long did she last in wrestling anyway? The fans hated her there too. After a certain amount of time. But alright, let's just get through this 15-minute video, boys. Let's get through it. The shill Joe Rogan.
Holly's just an elite striker. So every time Ronda tried to close the distance, the striking that she was very effective with against guys like Betch Correia, these fighters that were a lower tier, it's not going to be as effective with someone like Holly. And Holly started catching her on the feet and had her rocked and then landed that famous high kick and put her out.
Well, I thought they were like the same age and same era, but like Holly's after.
Not
she was
really.
able to learn from...
I wouldn't say they are the same era, but Holly, you know, she had wins and losses. She lost to Valentina Shevchenko. She lost to some other fighters. But it was stylistically, it was a great matchup for her because she's an elite striker. She's really good at counter striking. She's really good at movement. And when Ronda has to close that distance, every fight starts on the feet. And when you're with a very physically strong woman who's got good takedown defense and is good at like catching you as you're charging in, that was the problem in that fight. Also, the problem in that fight, I think, for Ronda is when you start becoming really famous, then the hyenas show up. And they start offering you this and offering you that and distracting you with this and distracting you with that. And now you're going to meetings and you're talking to agents and you're setting up movies and you're doing this and you're doing that. And all those things take away from the most important thing, which is your fighting. Even if they don't take away from the amount of training you do, they take away from your focus. They rob you of the bandwidth. You know, I always tell comics this when it comes to like dealing with haters and things online that you shouldn't read. You only have, like, think of your mind as having a number of units of attention. Think you have like 100 units of focus. Anything that eats into those units, anything that bothers you, that annoys you, that's useless, that doesn't help you, that's stealing from your 100. So now you only have 80 units or 70 units of focus because 30 of it is concentrated on bullshit. It'll rob you of what makes you great. So there was two factors. There was the skill of Holly, the fact that she had all this opportunity to study Ronda and with a great team and devise a game plan. And then there's also the stealing of focus. Ronda, I was one of the biggest champions of her as a fighter, as a legitimate pioneer and a star. It was Gina Carano and Chris Cyborg to a certain extent, but Cyborg had an asterisk because everybody knew she was roided up. And then it was Ronda. But Ronda eclipsed all of them. She was bigger than all of them. I was a huge supporter and still am. But when you watch a fight and you're watching you get your ass kicked and the other person is talking about how great the other person is doing and how bad you're doing, that doesn't sit well with a lot of people, especially like someone who's got that kind of champion mentality, that fucking pit bull mentality. Like, I thought you were with me. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And then it was after the fight. I was very public about saying, I don't think she should fight for a long time. They were talking about doing an immediate rematch. And I was like, that's crazy. Like they were talking about doing a rematch in 4 months or something like that. I was like, when you get head kicked into the shadow realm, you're supposed to take a long time off. When Manny Pacquiao got knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez, it was a fucking picture-perfect right hand that knocked Manny Pacquiao out. His coach, Freddie Roach, said, you can't fight for a year. I don't want you doing anything for 1 year, because you got to heal up from something like that. It's bad. When you get knocked unconscious, it's not just that you'll be a touch gun shy, which is possible, but also that you're more vulnerable to getting hit. And then you could ruin your chin forever. Like if you get knocked out, there's certain fighters that used to have iron chins. Like Chuck Liddell is one of the greatest examples of that. He had an iron chin. You could hit that dude with a fucking sledgehammer and he would just keep swinging at you. And then eventually it got to the point where he would get clipped and he would just go out. And it wasn't him. It was his brain was broken. It was too many times, too many shots, too many knockouts, too many impacts. You got to preserve that. You got to be very careful with that. You got to take a long time off. And then there was the Amanda Nunes fight. So the Amanda Nunes fight, I was also very vocal that everybody was putting all of the attention in the promotion on Ronda making this huge comeback. And if you watch the promos for that fight, I thought they were crazy disrespectful because the promos, and obviously, look, Ronda was a fucking huge star, a much bigger star than Amanda Nunes. And that loss was a shocking upset to a lot of people that didn't understand martial arts and didn't think that Holly had a chance. Didn't think anybody had a chance. She was going to beat everybody forever. But all of the promo was Ronda coming back. All of it was like she's coming back to take what's hers. It was Ronda in a mansion looking out. It was like the worst promo set. Like Ronda in a mansion looking out the window saying, I'm going to go get my title. I don't know who made that. I don't know what it was, but I remember being backstage the day of the fight. And there was all these agents mulling around, all these Hollywood twats. And this guy was like, I forget his exact words. They were talking. He didn't know who Ronda was fighting. And he said, I don't know what her name is, but whoever it is, it's her funeral. That's what he said. And I was like, oh my God. Like, these are the people? Meanwhile, Amanda Nunes was the scariest person at 135. And that's what I had said before she fought Holly Holm. I mean, like Dana and I talked about, I said, I think Amanda's the scariest title challenger because she can flatline chicks with one punch. Right. She's very different than all the other ones. She wound up flatlining Chris Cyborg. It was a crazy fight. She beats the fuck out of everybody. She hits so hard, like way harder than most women. And I was like, that's a dangerous fucking opponent. And they're making it seem like this is all about the Ronda comeback when Amanda was the champion. So Holly had beaten Ronda, Miesha Tate had beaten Holly, and then Amanda had beaten Miesha Tate. So Amanda was the fucking champion, but all the promotion was all about Ronda. And then
they were trying to do like pro wrestling. Like,
I don't know what they were doing.
She'll come back.
I think, they were just selling the fight. They were selling it. And the best way to sell it is, I guess, that way.
Who's more famous?
But it's disrespectful to the champion, especially a fucking dangerous champion. And if the champion wins, which I thought she was going to win, it sets up. Well, it's not good to set her up. Like, you should set her up. Like, how fucking dangerous she is. Now you got a bigger star. Obviously, she wound up being a bigger star. And Amanda's the greatest of all time. Like, widely considered to be the greatest mixed martial arts female fighter in history. Because she fucks everybody up. She's just so dangerous. And then that fight happens. And then that lady takes Ronda out in the first round. Just beats the piss out of her. Just stops her standing. It was brutal. I never had a bad thing to say about Ronda. I still don't. I understand her mentality. I mean, she's a champion-minded person. Like, she's like, you're fucking with me or against me. It's me against the world. She doesn't have a chip on her shoulder. She's got a forest. She's got a whole forest on her shoulder. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but that's why she was so good. And we're lucky she's a woman. If that lady was a man, she'd be Genghis Khan. Okay, she'd fucking take over the world. She's an animal.
It's scary.
So that's why she has that opinion. That's just how she thinks about things.
I was mad.
So then fuck her. Bro. She won't let you speak the fucking truth, so fuck her. What you saving the relationship for? You don't really like her. How could you like her? She doesn't want you to speak the truth. She hates you for speaking the truth. No objectivity in her mind whatsoever. No need to fucking, you know, put a little bow tie on top of what you got to say about her, bro. Just fucking say it and don't even worry about making it sound nice because she ain't ever gonna fuck with you. Fuck her, bro.
Or just as an everyday man, because my nieces love any woman that's famous for any reason, you know, and my nieces also aren't experts about UFC, they're little girls, and they just think it's cool that a woman's a badass, you know, they like that kind of stuff. And so then when she lost to, like, you know, be on TikTok, I mean, actually people made TikToks of it, it's not like Ronda Rousey was on TikTok, but like she was like on Ellen being like, I just wanted to quit, and I saw my man, and I just realized I want to have babies, and I was like, this is not really the message, you know, if you lose, to just go be a pro wrestler or have babies, like that's not, like, I don't know, I felt like it was a strange way for a champion to talk.
Yeah, but that's her legitimately as a human being. That's what she wanted.
Yeah.
And there comes a time.
That's good. No, that would be a fine way to frame it.
Well, she was being honest. She wanted to have babies. She didn't want to do it anymore. And there comes a time where, look, every fighter can only redline for so long.
Since Joe's too afraid to say it on his podcast, I'll say it. She's coping, bro. That's what the homie's trying to tell him. But Joe doesn't want to badmouth a fucking person on his shit. Even though she just said he's not an MMA expert. He's a fan with the fucking audience. So again, fuck her, bro. Burn the fucking bridge. Just call it what it is. He's basically saying she's coping. She's not being genuine about that's why she quit fighting. It's because she fucking lost. But he's too scared to say that, so I gotta pause it and tell you guys before you listen to another second of bullshit from Joe. But I do appreciate Joe talking about how you know, she got sent to the Shadow Realm and the whole little gaslighting segment. Shout out Jew. You know, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting that. Took him a few minutes to get there, but I definitely liked hearing all that stuff. So credit to him on that, for keeping it a buck. That is why she doesn't like him. That makes perfect sense to me. And that makes perfect sense why she's like, he ain't a real fighter. He's a fan with an audience. She wants to discredit his voice because of the negative things he said about her. If she discredits him, then that means the things he said about her are null and void. They're invalid, right? Because he's just a fan. He's not an expert with a valid opinion. Okay? It's deeper than just the fucking surface level bullshit. Like he's explaining to you. But my only thing is like, bro, stop even like trying to like put this dude down for saying the truth about her. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to say it on your podcast. Sack up, bro, and say it. And quit fucking putting out your fire.
And the reality of fighting is you're redlining.
What does that mean?
You know what a redline, when the engine, you know, when your tachometer reaches like 8,000 RPMs, like, right. You can only do that for so long or your engine blows. But to be in peak physical condition, to be able to fight in a championship fight, you essentially have to redline your body through camp. You have to get your body to a place where it's at a rate. You can't maintain fight shape. Right. It's not possible. You get to a certain part, you peak, and then the last week you kind of drop off so that you can recover, and so that Saturday night, when Saturday night rolls up and the lights go on in Madison Square Garden, you are as fucking ready as a human being can get. But you can't maintain that, and you can't do that forever. This is only, and they think that there's a theory amongst mixed martial arts commentators and experts and what have you that is about 9 years. 9 years is all it's possible to compete at a peak level. And then you get a drop off. Some people have more longevity than others. It varies. Some people it's a much shorter reign. And you got to kind of look at who they were when they were at the top. You can only look at them when they're at that peak. Like guys like Anderson Silva, he gets kind of dismissed because later in his life the performances weren't the same. They weren't elite performances. But I say that's just human.
Ronda and Anderson fucking Silva are not apples to apples arguments here. Ronda fucking quit because she lost. So no, we don't need to, hold her up at her height or whatever the case, because she quit when she lost. Meanwhile, Anderson Silva, for the love of the fucking game, went ahead and took like 5 more L's after he broke his damn leg. So yes, for Anderson Silva, we're not going to judge him off that shit. We're going to judge him off his fucking peaks. But we already got done talking about it. Ronda retired at 29. She never even probably reached her peak.
You got to look at him when he was the champion. He was one of the most elite guys that's ever competed in the sport, period. He's one of the greatest of all time. But you got to look at when he was in his prime.
Sure.
And there's only a certain amount of time you can do that. And then when a fighter doesn't want to do that and only that anymore, you got to get out. You got to get out because there's some fucking 20-year-old Mike Tyson out there. There's some animal. There's some dude that lives, breathes, sleeps fighting, and all they want to do is land shots and take you out. That's their whole focus in life. They don't give a fuck about relationships. They don't give a fuck about where they live. They don't give a fuck about anything, just winning. And that's how you become a world champion. That's how you become elite. You can only maintain it for so long. It's not a normal way for a human being to exist. It's a very strange way to live.
Yeah,
you know.
sure.
And for her, it's natural. Like she's a woman. She's like, I want to have babies. I have this great man, and she's married to Travis Brown, who's also a beast. Who's a
Stop it, dude. Stop it. She's fucking coping. Stop, dude. Stop fucking doing this. No. You make it sound so fucking innocent, bro. She just got done trashing you. The least you could do is just be like, nah, she was coping. You're right. If she would have won, she would have kept fighting. We all know it, bro. We all fucking know it. There's no indication of retirement.
elite UFC heavyweight, top 10 heavyweight. You know, she's like, I'm done. I'll make some warrior kids. I get it.
I saw it and I was like, what
You don't fucking get it, bro. You're a fucking shill.
the hell does that mean? You just quitting?
She just didn't
You got
want
beat up, you quit?
No.
Now my niece is root for Holly Holm.
See what I mean? This dude's fucking telling the truth. He's just not feeling what Joe's saying right here. Rewind this shit real quick.
What does that mean?
What the hell does that mean?
She's like, I'm done. I'll make some warrior kids. I get it.
I saw it and I was like, what the hell does that mean? You just quitting?
She just didn't
You got
want
beat up, you quit?
No.
Now my niece is root for Holly Holm. Good lady.
Hey, shout out to his fucking nieces, bro. Shout out to his nieces. They know how to identify a real female fighter. Look at Holly Holm going over to boxing now. She really about that life. It don't matter about the losses.
Yeah.
Holly Holm's nice.
She is nice. Yeah.
That's what we like. We like the winners who are nice.
I love this guy. I don't even know who this guy is. No clue what his name is. But off of this 2-minute interaction, I like him more than Joe.
Yeah, I get it. But there's something about...
Yeah, I get it. No, you fucking don't, bro. You just got done trying to put him down for saying that. You just got done trying to discredit what he was saying. Now you get it. Now you get it. Okay, Joe. No, you are disingenuous on your own damn podcast. Sad day when you can't speak the truth on your own fucking platform, bro. Sad fucking day, isn't it?
Ronda being Ronda. That
Shout out to Tuxedo. I have a great response for you, brother, for your donation. Thank you for the $2 dono. And I will be responding to that with a gold response, all right? So just bear with me, bear with me, Tuxedo.
made the sport what it is.
But I root for Luke Skywalker, not Darth Vader.
She's not Darth
Sure,
Vader.
Darth Vader's cooler, and he's probably more strong. He's got the thing, you know. But, you know, Luke's the good guy, and I like the good guy. I root for the good guy.
She's not a bad guy. She's, you know, like, look, her mother was a badass. Her mother was a elite judo competitor.
Actually, I hate disagreeing with you, Joe. But she went to wrestling, Ronda. And then she said all these terrible things about the wrestlers. She said terrible things about you, who I love.
She didn't say anything terrible about me.
She said you're not an expert
That's
about
all she
UFC.
said. That's not terrible. That's just an opinion.
Seems mean to me.
No. That's all. Look, if I was a pussy,
Fuck
it would
you,
be mean.
Joe.
Well, I'm a pussy. I'm defending you. That's what I'm doing.
If I was like,
That's what
hey,
we do, dude.
That's my whole identity.
No, I'm just saying.
You got your homies sticking up for you, bro, and you're gonna do him like that? You're gonna like, you know, do your little bullshit voice you just did there? Your homie's sticking up for you, and you're sticking up for Ronda. You're a clown, brother. You're a clown. Get right with yourself. Now now Tuxedo goes, I can maintain a stiffy for hours. Well, Tuxedo, the real question is, Tuxedo, how many times in a day have you ran it with your chick? How many times in a day, Tuxedo? What's the record? I want to know. How many times you bust in a day, Tuxedo? That's what I want to know. Shit. Did it so many times I lost count. Tuxedo. I lost count. This 101 Dalmatian over here lost fucking count, bro. Maybe the most times I ever busted in a day, shit, it might be like 6 to 8. That's what I want to say. Let me know, Tuxedo. You can maintain a stiffy for 4 hours, but can you? How many bullets you got in the chamber? How many Viagras, Tuxedo? How many honey packs, homie? How many honey packs? Why is everybody deleting their fucking comments? Stop doing that, Mark. Stop fucking deleting your comments, homie. She's beat him off. That's about it. Ronda said she beat Mayweather. That's why I got confused. Oh, Stuart goes nil. He's single. It's too good. Shout out Tuxedo Mask. Thank you again for the dono, brother. Yeah, so that's my Joe Rogan reaction. And honestly, I don't even know like all the deep lore about Ronda, like why she fell out in the WWE. Because again, why would I pay attention to her? And why would I have kept paying attention after she left the UFC? But, you know, I really do side with Joe's guest. And it pisses me off that Joe isn't even taking his guest side, who's taking his back. Joe, your guest has your fucking back, bro, and you have Ronda's back. One of these days, brother, you'll get right with yourself. Somebody's gonna fucking explain it to you. Maybe you'll come across this video. 6 to 8 times where I with someone or by myself. Stuart, I was with the Golden Retriever. Stu, I was with the Golden Retriever. And I'm not talking real dog. I realize if you're not into the lore fully from all the lives, you might think I'm actually talking about a Golden Retriever. But I'm talking about I was with the baddie, alright? Stu? 6 to 8 times in a day, homie. That, yeah, straight up. Whenever I tell my friends that, they think it's crazy. That's why I just brought it up. I never met someone who's done it as much as me in a day. I never met one person. Tuxedo, another $2 dono. Thank you, Tuxedo. Half at a time, so half of Viagra. Bro, what about a honey pack, man? You should be hitting those honey packs. I hear it's got like Viagra and like another one in there. Like those honey packs got multiple fucking Viagras. Waiting to see Ronda in Power Slap. Ronda annoys the fuck out of me. Even Ronda's outfits piss me off. When she's like you ever see her? She's like farming on her ranch, and she's like in these shorts that are just riding up her cheeks, and then in like a sports bra and shit like that, and she thinks she's sexy. Not into Ronda at all. That when you were 20, those were the days. Shit, I'm 29. I could probably still run that. I could probably still run that in a day. Like in a full 24-hour period at 29, I could definitely run like 6 to 8. I know I can. But yeah, that was about when I was like 23. 23 is the one time I remember running it 8 times in a day, 6 to 8 in a day. When I was 23. Another $2 donut from Tuxedo Mask. No, I nut half a time in a day. Tuxedo, you're fucking wildin', bro. You pinched that shit off? You pinched that shit off, Tuxedo? I'll give you guys a secret. Run some, make sure you're doing them squats, boys. Release that testosterone in the legs. It's gonna give you at least 2 more. At 27, I ain't going more than 3. I know, Jew. You know, that's most of my homies. I'm not gonna lie to you. I told you. I'm the only one I know who's ever done 6 to 8 in a day. Like, whenever I mention that to my homies, they think I'm fucking crazy. I can only go 3 rounds, can't run a main event. Can't go 5 rounds, 25 minutes. I know you probably got 25 minutes in you, Jew. But maybe not 5 rounds. 5 rounds is a lot. Okay, so that's the Ronda Rousey thing. Now, I guess we can do the Pereira call out. Why not do the Pereira call out? Oh, well, since you know Blueface is on a generational run, we're gonna watch this real quick. And whoever doesn't like it, bro, just come on. Stop being so angry. Just watch it.
They gonna be calling somebody else daddy. How dare you! Hey, man. That's triggering. Should have thought about that shit. That's triggering. Should have thought about that shit before you cheated on your fucking wife. I told you I was gonna take you to the. I'm fucking cheeks. Just take off fucking move. Fucking handcuffs up. Whew. You trying to sex play me? Fuck up. Like the hog tie your little light skinned ass. Give me your fucking hand. I don't want to live no more. They like that. Let me just get one phone call so I can get out of here.
I done had to take a nigga down today. Please.
This dude is doing some goofy ass shit. Look at him, bro. There's some goofy ass shit. I'm here for. I know that's McBroom. Don't know what this is, but it's hilarious. Yeah, but this dude goofy for this. This dude goofy for this. Like this little face right here. I'm not sure what they're doing either. I guess he's acting like Blueface. I got no fucking clue. The slam was good though.
One phone call.
All right. Okay, let's just go to champ rounds. Shout out everybody watching. Shout out everybody watching. Like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're on a generational run. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't even know what day in a row this is, but we're still in the 30s, so probably like 34, 35, 36, I don't know. Somebody tell me. This stuttering dude is cool. I mean, not cool. I'm not even going to say the word cool. I actually don't like watching his videos. Okay, so Alex Pereira, I guess, called out Khamzat Chimaev to a grappling match. He wants to donate to charity.
Porra. Chimaev, you gotta fight Poitin, bro. Huh? You know, he's like, first of all, he needs to get there. We need John Jones. We want John Jones. Big name. But Chimaev fight that guy there. If he fights that guy, I'll bet my house on it. I'm retired, Chimaev, but I'm around. You mess with me in the lobby of the hotel, anywhere, you see me. You mess with me, I snatch the life right out of you, man.
Tá pegando aí?
Oh, Chimaev.
Ah, porra, velho.
Wait, real quick, you guys think that Glover, maybe not now, let me know now or Prime Glover, you think he's beating Khamzat's ass? 2 weight classes above him now. Well, 1, but at one point in time, 2.
Pô, vai falar de Chimaev, velho. Pô, esse cara, pô, fala de lutar comigo. Pô, tem que chegar, entendeu? Pô, não tô... Tá longe, velho, tá longe. Mas eu posso, né, fazer um desafio aí, lutar na área dele, se ele quiser. Olhar, deixa eu olhar. Vamos lutar na sua área, então. Pô, vamos lutar no grappling, então. Pô, e outra. A gente pode lutar no UFC, né? Tá passando, tem um evento do UFC, né? Agora, né? O Jiu-Jitsu lá, tá. Pô, vamos fazer isso aí, então. Vamos fazer acontecer. E outra. Eu nem sei quanto que eu vou ganhar, mas é uma grana boa, né? Pô, tá ligado? Quem sou eu, né? Uma grana boa. E essa grana vai ser doada 100% pra caridade. Tá bom pra você? Chama.
Aí eu falei que ia postar na casa no MMA, mas essa praga é doida, quer lutar no grappling. Porra, vambora então. Vambora.
Chama.
That's a pretty good flex right there. Pereira basically being like, listen, this dude don't want to see me in MMA. I'll knock him at the fuck out. But we could do grappling. Honestly, I don't know what it is, and I feel like I could look stupid as fuck if they end up grappling and then Pereira gets ragdolled by Khamzat. But I don't know, Pereira's like a big old motherfucking dude, bro. Something tells me even like Khamzat would have a little bit of troubles taking him down. What do you guys think? I know I just asked about Glover, but like genuinely, first initial reaction when you heard Alex was calling out Pereira to a grappling match, were you like, he's getting ran through? Or were you like, that could be interesting? Because genuinely, I was like, that could be interesting. That's like my gut reaction to it. And then, of course, you know, Khamzat responded. Shout out Khamzat. Actually finally learning how to use X. Learning how to respond to people. Learning how to tag people. If you know, you know. This man been responded to the wrong fucking accounts several times. But he goes, let's go. I can submit you both. Same night. Let's go. Easy money. So he wants to submit them both in the same night. He just upped the stakes. He said, nah, Glover, I want to see you too, Big Daddy. I want to see you too. I want Pereira, then you next. I'm doubtful it'll happen. But it is what it is. He'd get mauled in grappling. Sub Castro. What up, Dylan? What up, Dylan? Dylan, did you like the podcast yesterday, or did you head out early with me and MTK? I rewatched the podcast yesterday with me and MTK. I thought it was pretty good. I need to send him a text and tell him that, just so he knows his performance was good last week or yesterday. The other topic of the day. Oh, this is my favorite one. This was actually almost the headline, boys, and I'll prove it to you. It was almost the headline. Check what the thumbnail was almost gonna be, boys. Check what the thumbnail was about to be. That's what the thumbnail was. Saw the Dylan Budka one tonight. I haven't gotten the chance today. No worries, Dylan. I saw you in the chat yesterday, though, with me and MTK. So I was just wondering if you watched the whole thing. But MTK was wondering where you're from. That's why I was like, I don't think Dylan's in here anymore. Because you never responded to it. Now let's get into JDM. Saw the Dylan Budka one, though. Chimaev looks like an inbred Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, Tom Barry, you're not wrong. I don't like shitty on Glover and sounding like a Khamzat Glazer, but if we not being biased... Alright, Jew, I got you. What about Pereira? You think Pereira got a better chance against Khamzat than Glover? Okay, so let's get into this topic real quick. JDM, you saw the thumbnail, right? This dude has no fucking personality. Yeah, Dylan, I don't know why they're saying that, bro. Why would I fucking pre-record the podcast? We were live. But it's all good. JDM, you guys be getting so used to the lives. That's why me just interacting with the chat.
I think from the eyes,
Everybody was shocked that I wasn't responding to the chat for like the first 30 minutes yesterday. Okay. Before we get started, bro, I got a few things to say. From AR, but moving to Mexico soon. Got you. AR like Arkansas? Okay, I got a few things to say. Number one, I hate how they're doing these titles for this media day. Like, this is not a fucking title, dude. I don't know who the UFC is hiring, but what genius thought it was a bright idea to put, I hope I don't need plan B, UFC 322 media day, to fucking push this. Like, what the fuck's going on? Anyway, Jack Della Maddalena got no personality. He's offended we care. He hates that we care. He hates that we even ask questions about the fight. This dude musters up no more than 7 words per question. So we're going to watch it. The most boring fucking media day press conference you will see is this dude right here. The champ, the one who's fighting in one of the biggest cards of the year, headlining it. This dude could care less.
Well, Jack, I feel like since your win in Montreal, this is the fight that we've been like literally the first interview you did was about Islam. So I guess how's it feel to now only be a few days away from finally getting to fight the guy that we've been asking you about since your last fight?
Yeah, I'm super excited. It's obviously a big challenge. One of the best fighters ever in the UFC, so I look forward to testing myself against him.
Another thing you said after your win in Montreal is that you thought that fight was a good kind of test to prepare for Islam. So going back and rewatching that, do you still feel like that, or was that just kind of in the moment you felt like that?
I think it was like a grappler, forward pressure sort of fighter, 5 rounds. So yeah, it was a good test.
And I guess, how's life changed for you since winning the belt compared to expectations? Because a lot of people are chasing that, and then when they get it, they have all these lofty expectations that might not be met. So how's life for you compared to what you thought it would be as champion?
Yeah, nothing's really changed. I've always just looked forward to the next big challenge. Obviously, yeah, as you said, we knew about the fight pretty much straight away. So I was just back to the gym, back to reality, and then chasing another big challenge.
And just, seeing all the interviews you and your team have done is you are extremely confident in this fight. It's like when I beat him, when I knock him out, when I finish him. So I guess what are you seeing from Islam that gives that much confidence that other people haven't been able to crack in there?
I mean, I just believe in myself, believe in the team, trust the process.
And a lot of Islam's past opponents, we always ask them oh, how do you stop the takedown? How do you stop the takedown? And it seems like you and your team are very much well, we might get taken down, but we can get it back up very quickly. Maybe Islam's other opponents are more worried about the takedown and not getting back up. Do you agree with that kind of assessment? For
sure. Going in there 5 rounds of Islam, you got to expect to at least hit the ground at some point. He's battle tested. He's been in there against some of the best guys, so expect to hit the ground, but that's what you can do with that. Obviously, perfect world be keep him away, not be able to hit the ground. But yeah, we expect a full mixed martial arts battle.
We've also heard that narrative that Islam kind of slows down in the later rounds. Do you think that's kind of a fair assessment, given he did finish Dustin late in the fight and he did go 5 rounds with Volkanovski?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone sort of slows down in 5 rounds, so yeah, we'll trust the game and we'll slow him down.
When do we get the just keep pinging the cunt shirts?
They're out. Yeah.
Can we get them in America, though?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Appreciate you.
Nobody even wants to ask another question. He's looking around. He's expecting people to ask questions. Bro, why the fuck are you expecting someone to ask you a question? The way you answer this shit. This dude hates that we care. He wishes we didn't. He wishes we didn't give a fuck about his fights. Can someone let this dude know? Someone let this dude know right here that he's the main event and he's in charge of selling this fight. And if this card doesn't go well, he's to blame for it. Can someone let him know that? Thank you. Because I don't think he's aware of his responsibility as a champion. In this stage of the game, when you're a champion now, when you're in charge of selling a fight, okay, to avoid this shit, in my opinion, it's weakness. Why are you avoiding it? I'm going to read Dylan's take in a second, but before I even, get influenced by Dylan, let me just say why I think he doesn't want to speak on it. Because he doesn't want to shoot himself in the foot. He doesn't want to say something and then not execute on it, right? But you're the champion. You're supposed to be the man. You're supposed to be confident. Go ahead and put yourself out there a little bit. You know what I mean? Give us a headline. You don't want that for some odd reason. We all know the reason why, or at least in my opinion, it's because you don't want it to get held against you if you don't deliver. But bro, imagine if everybody acted like that. Imagine if everybody in the UFC, right, didn't want to put themselves out there in case they don't deliver. What if Floyd Mayweather did that during his entire boxing career? He wouldn't have made half the fucking money he made. What if Conor McGregor did that? He wouldn't have made a fucking quarter of the money he made. He wouldn't have even ever made it to boxing to fight Floyd. This dude thinks he's so fucking smart. Again, another one putting out the fucking fire, bro. I'm gonna tell you guys this phrase that I've been spitting for days now about putting out a fire. You're gonna find out what I'm speaking about at the end of this podcast, at the end of the stream, okay? But this dude right here putting out a fire. He doesn't want anybody talking about him. Okay, then nobody's going to talk about you. You're going to be in and you're going to be out and fucking forgotten, bro. And you got nobody to blame but your fucking self because you asked for this. With your little smirk, huh, JDM? This is the problem when these guys get so much just by getting signed to the UFC, they think they've made it. They think they did it all. They haven't done half the shit they're supposed to be doing.
Jack Rea, when Islam decided to move up in the division.
I'm going to give you guys an example real quick. We're going to get into this a little bit later on, but Joaquin Buckley just called out Shavkat, right? Joaquin just called out Shavkat, and then Joaquin said, once I knock him out, right? He didn't say beat him. He said knock him the fuck out. Then he said, once I knock him the fuck out, I want the title shot. Okay? Now, obviously, he could have not said he wants to knock him out. He could have not said he wants a title shot. But guess what, boys? He would have fucking got half the engagement. Nobody would have cared. Because he would have put out the fire. But Joaquin doesn't put out the fire. He says what he wants to fucking say, and he's not afraid of other people's fucking opinions. In fact, The opinions are what drives it. It doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. The worst is when nobody gives a fuck. Okay? Nobody gives a fuck about this dude. Islam's the one selling this fight, not him.
And he said he looked at the whole division and he didn't see anybody that can give him a tough fight. What's your response to that?
I mean, we'll see. I think, yeah, I've got the skills. I think I think everyone can give people tough fights. I think if he's not expecting a tough fight, he'll be in for a rude awakening.
A lot of people.
That's got to be the most, intense thing JDM has said this entire press conference. If he thinks it's an easy fight, he's in for a rude awakening. That's got to be the most interesting thing he said.
Taking you to win. A lot of the assessments I hear, a lot of people say that the reason why you're going to win is what you did to Belal. They said that Belal fights very similar to Islam. Obviously, they've trained together. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
Brace yourself for an extremely boring fucking answer.
I think it's a different matchup. I think some things Belal does better than Islam, and there's a lot of things that Islam does better than Belal. So, yeah, we're expecting a tough fight.
Obviously, you've talked to Alex Volkanovski. You're close. I'm assuming he's giving you some tips and everything. Obviously, his first fight was extremely close. A lot of people thought he won. Without giving away your game plan, is anything that he said particular stood out to you?
No, I mean, we spoke in depth, about went into depth about what Islam's strong at, things he maybe he didn't expect in the fight that he was good at. So, yeah, we came together with the team and sussed out a good game plan.
He was just asked Islam, after he fights you, if he wins, who does he want to defend the belt against? He mentioned Kamaru Usman. Obviously, this card is loaded with other welterweights. If you had a choice, who would you pick?
I mean, I guess it sort of depends how the next few weeks play out. Obviously, yeah, I think after the next 14 days, the top 5 will look a lot different. So we'll see who prevails with the cleanest performance.
And my last question, obviously, you're here, Madison Square Garden, doesn't get bigger than that. You're going against, superstar in Islam Makhachev. A lot of people believe he's the pound-for-pound best. You beat him. I mean, what's better than that? How can you top that?
Yeah, I know. It's a big challenge in a pretty iconic spot. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to go out there and leave some of myself in MSG.
Jack, over here to your right. You faced off with Islam the other day. What did you just make of his...
AJD, just because JDM wears a cool hoodie and jorts does not mean he's cool, homie. It don't mean he's cool, homie. That don't give him a personality, homie. Sure, I guess he got a little bit of style to him. You know what I mean? But that don't give him a personality, homie. And, I mean, if this guy got a personality in front of his friends and he's shy around the rest of the world, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't give a fuck. So, the only nice thing I could say about JDM is he's a good fighter, very good fighter. In fact, I would say great. He's a champion, obviously. And he got some cool clothing, I guess. But aside from that, I mean, there's nothing really to the guy.
Size and how he's added the weight for welterweight?
Not much. It's hard to sort of gauge. We're on top of a building. I was pretty freaked out about that, so it's hard to sort of gauge too much.
Are you afraid of heights?
A little bit.
A little bit. A lot made with Islam coming in here. His shot for history, 2 belts.
I'm afraid of heights too, boys. Like, deathly afraid of heights. If I drive on like a fucking freeway and I go over an overpass, I'm tripping.
Anderson Silva's winning streak and everything. Today is the 32-year anniversary of UFC 1. For you, I'm sure you want to be one of the all-time greats as well. How important is winning this fight into what you want to make your career into?
Yeah, massive legacy fight, one of the best guys ever. Regardless of the result, he'll go down as one of the greats. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty good scalp on the resume.
And I get the sense you don't care what anyone outside of your camp and yourself thinks and their opinions on this fight, but...
Oh, you wouldn't say Mike Bond? You wouldn't say, shit, I just got done saying that myself. This dude's only got a personality around his homies, it seems. Like, everybody else, he don't want to share it. Again, what I'm supposed to do with that? I don't give a fuck that you're happy and go lucky behind closed doors. Bring that out to the fucking public. I want to respond to Jew real quick because I like his comment. Jack used to carry himself differently. Wasn't really exciting, but it was similar to Nick Diaz. But that was better than this. I think he's trying to carry himself in some sort of championship way. I think, Jew, what I get from him is like he just hate it. Like it's like a pet peeve that we ask him certain questions about the fight. He gets bothered by it. And what I'll say about the Nick Diaz thing is like, Nick, the whole viral quote when Ariel asks him if he's excited for the fight. And then he goes, no, I'm not excited. Why the fuck would I be excited? And he explains himself. That's explaining his personality and shit like that. JDM wouldn't even dream of doing something like that. God forbid JDM shares some of his inner thoughts. God forbid. Or how about when Nick Diaz was saying how the UFC is selling wolf tickets for the GSP fight and it's not really a big beef. They're just manufacturing this beef between them to sell tickets. Remember that? JDM would never dream of going against the UFC like that. God forbid. So like, I'll have to look back and see about the Nick Diaz things. But it's like, yeah, if he were to carry himself like Nick, bro, then that's just being brutally honest. And you're not brutally honest. You like hold everything back. Your true opinions, your harsh opinions, all of it. You hold it all back. We just got done getting on Joe Rogan about that. Fuck what people think, bro. Because look what Dylan said too. Dylan said, number one, they don't want to be called a McGregor wannabe. And number two, they don't want the trash talk because in the event of them losing, they fear the fans will turn on them. And guess what? If the fans turn on them, that's fine too. That's fine too. Because guess what? How many of them comments are they going to be getting? Tons. You guys are going to see what I'm saying. Bear with me. I'm going to explain to you guys the concept of putting out your fire. Okay, JDM, I don't even know if he ever even had a fire to begin with. But if he did, it's definitely extinguished now.
You're the betting underdog, but a lot of the fighters, today at Media Day and interviews are picking you to win this fight. What do you think the fighters are seeing about you that maybe the fans or the people betting are missing?
I feel like the fighters always tend to lean towards the champion, so not really paying too much attention.
100%, Dylan. Wait a minute, we just got to rewind this because this was the most boring answer of the whole press conference from him.
In this fight, what do a lot of the camp and yourself thinks?
Galp on the resume.
And I get the sense you don't care what anyone outside of your camp and yourself thinks and their opinions on this fight, but you're the betting underdog. But a lot of the fighters, today at Media Day and interviews are picking you to win this fight. What do you think the fighters are seeing about you that maybe the fans or the people betting are missing?
I feel like the fighters always tend to lean towards the champion, so not really paying too much attention.
Jack, way in the back.
Hates it. Absolutely fucking hates it. Look at him. Absolutely hates it.
I wanted to ask you about the statement where you had said that you were coming for his pound-for-pound spot. Obviously, there's so much on the line in this fight, the championship belt, the name, the pound-for-pound spot, all that stuff. But, like, where do you rank all these different things? Like, what do you want the most out of this victory?
It's not important. It doesn't matter. Fuck this guy.
I mean, just to retain my belt, like, it doesn't really matter. I guess the pound for pound is very subjective. It doesn't really mean much. Just going in there, get the win over Islam is the number one goal.
And for you, the two blemishes that you have on your record, they were the first two pro fights. I feel like a lot of people, it'd be easy to give up back then and kind of say, maybe I'm not a fighter, et cetera, et cetera. But look where you're at now. So I guess how proud are you of the fact that you stayed consistent, you kept fighting after that tough, rough start to your career?
Yeah, it was sort of a no-brainer. I still loved training, still wanted to compete more. So, yeah, I guess there was a lot riding on that third fight. Maybe if that had have gone different, it would be a different story. But, yeah, just sort of still loved the sport, trusted the team, so just stuck at it.
And last question, obviously, like you said, you were the betting underdog, but there's a hell of a lot of people who expect you to win this fight. So I want to ask you, what's the roller coaster like of being a guy who was counted out, being doubted against Bilal, winning that fight, and now being a guy, obviously there are, the underdog thing, but there's so many people that believe in you now. So what's that roller coaster like of that change?
I mean, I still feel like I'm the underdog. I still have that underdog mentality. I feel like I've got everything to prove, so not much has changed. I mean, I enjoy the underdog role, so...
Thank you, man.
One last question. Yeah, Jack, over here on your left. Circling back to Volkanovski, how important would it be for you to get to avenge his couple of losses to Islam? Can you talk a little bit more about your relationship with him?
Yeah, Volk's the man. He's obviously an inspiring character for an Australian. He's one of Australia's greatest athletes, I believe. So, yeah, just be able to know him, call him a friend, and be able to watch him train is inspiring for me, and definitely shows the level like where you need to put yourself to get to the heights that he's got to.
And then lastly, so much of these questions and so much of this week has been about Islam. Have you appreciated that? Is that nice for you that some of the spotlight is maybe taken off of you in your first defense and he kind of has more of the pressure going into Saturday night?
Yeah, I like that. It's good.
Just one over here. So you're a very good champion. A lot of people didn't believe you could win the title. You want to win this fight, whatever happens. I wanted to ask you about the other welter guys, because this week and the other one is like seems that the best guy will be the next. We are from Ecuador. I wanted to know, what do you think about Michael Morales, and just if you see him as a potential number one?
Yeah, for sure. He's a big, strong, powerful guy, so you got to respect that. And yeah, I expect him to definitely be. Yeah, it'll be an interesting fight, him and Brady. It's an interesting one. We'll see what happens.
Thank you so much.
It's been a dream of yours for a long time.
The champ got 9 minutes. The champ got 9 fucking minutes of press time. You know why? You already know why. Because he don't like to answer questions, and everybody can feel it. Now, we'll give him a little bit of slack here. I'm not going to say it's full slack. But obviously, the media that shows up to these things, like 60% of them have trash-ass questions. You know? Like the whole Volk thing. The whole starting your career 0-2 thing. Like, stupid-ass fucking questions, bro. Like, think about the answer you're going to get before you fucking ask it. But at the end of the day, it's JDM's job to make things interesting, to spice things up. And if you don't do that, ain't nobody going to watch you, okay? You are the champion. If you guys want to watch the Islam one, let me know. But the Islam one is like, I didn't have any complaints about it, really. It's just like a normal press conference. He does his thing. He's talkative, you know. Let me know if you want to watch it. I'll read some of the chats if you guys, give you guys a second. But if we don't watch this, we're just going to go ahead and move to the Joaquin Buckley Shavkat call out. A lot of these reporters are trying to be the fighter's friend. Yeah, Dylan, I know. The problem is, bro, is like these reporters look up to these fighters so much. They idolize them like crazy. Hustle Bones, what up, homie? What up, homie? What would I ask JDM? Shit. If I was going to prepare a question, maybe I would ask JDM something like... Damn, I don't got anything off the top of my head. Let me think about it and get back to you. We can watch it to compare and contrast. Move to Buck and Shavkat. Islam didn't say much. Two fucking contradictions. All right, we'll watch a few minutes of this. While I think about a question I would ask JDM.
Fight here in New York. You're finally here on the fight week. Is this something that you're very happy to check off your list?
Yeah, this is my best fight week, you know. Not cut weight. New York, you know. Very excited.
Yeah, and obviously you've talked about fighting for a second belt for a long time. I know you told me at the beginning when you vacated the title you were having a hard time keeping on the weight. How much has that changed, and do you feel like a true welterweight now?
Yeah, when I face with the Jack, I see we it's the same size, you know. And I don't think I'm like small for the welterweight. I did my program very well, gain weight, and ready.
Yeah, what did you take away from the face-off with Jack and seeing him for the first time?
I've seen him before in person also. Nothing, just see his face, you know. I don't see nothing from the eye. Somebody asks you what you see in his eye. I just see the eye.
I talked to Umar before this fight, and he was saying you have plan A, B, C, D, and the whole alphabet ready for Jack. Do you think you're going to need to go to all those game plans, or do you think plan A is going to work?
I hope I don't need the second plan. The A is going to be work.
It seems...
But if not work, you know, we're training so hard, and anything can happen inside the cage, but I will be ready.
Yeah, it seems like it was a hard camp. You've had black eyes for a long time now. Is that a sign of how difficult this training was?
Yeah, honestly, it's the hardest camp in my life. I start like 3 months before, and it was a very hard camp.
Yeah. A lot of fighters who are breaking this fight down say that if you can't get the takedowns on Jack consistently, you're not going to be able to win a striking fight. If it does turn into that, where it is stand-up, are you looking forward to proving those people wrong?
Here's what I would ask JDM. You guys ready, Hustle Bones? Hustle Bones says, y'all see JDM new vid. His whole crew is a fucking menace, bro. LOL. I mean, I figure his crew's a fucking menace. The problem is like as soon as he gets put in front of a camera, he gets shell-shocked. And he fucking like a snail going into his shell. But, what I would ask JDM, something along the lines of like, hey, so you see Sean Brady's fighting like Michael Morales. Sean Brady's like #1 contender, but he's fighting like number 8. Do you think Sean Brady would be a #1 contender with a win? Or why do you think he's not even getting the title shot now? Something like that. Not now, because obviously Islam deserved it more. But just I would like to know JDM's thoughts on Sean Brady being #1 contender and not even being within like a earshot of a fucking title shot. Like or Sean Brady not even close to the title shot, and he's Mr. #1 contender. That's what I asked JDM. Something specific, bro. So that he can't just give me a bullshit ass answer. Like, he got to explain why Sean Brady isn't getting opportunities. We all know why. Aiden Ross, who knows nothing about MMA, had 10 times better questions for Islam in his interview. Yeah, I think he did. They're two different settings, you know, so like I guess I'll cut the media guys a little bit of slack. But Aiden did have better questions for Islam. Go Birds. Shout out Sean Brady.
Man, I just want to tell everybody I can fight with anybody in the like striking, grappling, wrestling, because I'm not just grappler. I can strike. I strike with Dustin, with Volk. You know, he can defend my wrestling, but I will strike and I will try to take him down again. You know, this is not striking match or grappling match. This is MMA fight.
And I know a lot of talk about you being the 11th fighter to win titles in 2 weight classes. You can tie Anderson Silva's winning streak. UFC 1 was 32 years ago today. Do you feel like if you win this fight, people are going to be talking about you as one of the greatest fighters we've ever seen?
I don't think about this right.
I would definitely ask JDM if he abstains from sex during a fight camp, 100%. I mean, you got to speak JDM's language. If he doesn't want to answer the bullshit questions as far as like Islam, you know what I mean? He doesn't want to answer any of the Islam questions. So, okay, how many times do you have sex during fight camp? Or how many days out do you start abstaining? You know, I would ask him something like that. Shout out Stuart. I'd ask JDM, can he go better 6 to 8 times in 24 hours? Could he beat my record? Could JDM beat my record of 6 to 8 busts in 24 hours? I feel like I hold the Guinness World Record.
Right now, I don't think about Anderson Silva record. I just think about Jack Maddalena belt, and that's it. I just want to take this belt.
Islam, right here. We've seen a lot of cameras following you around, especially back in Dagestan. I guess, how has the attention on you affected like the rest of the village and the gym? Because we even saw that kid, he like drove all the way to meet you and everything.
Yeah, I just want to show people how we're training, what we did for become champions, and that's it. Now I'm like good with camera, and also this fight week I enjoy. I remember before, like Wednesday, I don't have any energy, but now I'm good.
And you got a street named after you? Is that what I saw?
Yeah. Habib put my name over.
I mean, just for starters, I mean, Islam's smiling. He's sharing some of his personal experiences. Like, JDM completely looked like he didn't want to be there, bro. Just in the demeanors alone.
Yes, some of the street in his village, but it's the small street, But I will give him back. I will put in my village like biggest.
JDM's answer would have already ended. For the record, since we're comparing and contrasting, JDM's answer would have already been done here. But here Islam is continuing to explain.
Street on Khabib name.
Does Khabib have a street named after him too?
Yeah, they have. They put Khabib like very smart guy. He put all fighters like Zubair, like they have Shami, like everybody, and now we have to fix it, you know. And the people from the village say, hey, Islam, if you not fix it our street, we're gonna change this name.
Islam, over here on your left, over here. What would it mean for you to become the first Dagestani double champion in the UFC?
First Dagestan, yeah, this is big things. And I'm gonna be number 10 if I get the belt. Number 10 who have two division champions. You know, it's a big things for me. It's a dream and big fight.
Islam? Over here?
Yeah.
You have mentioned before that after cutting weight, you recovered to 60 to 70% on the lightweight. Now that you move up to the division, the cut won't be as extreme as it was on the lightweights. How do you think that you are going to feel without going through this extreme weight cut?
Yeah, honestly, this is what I want to feel, how I'm gonna be in the cage, you know, because like all my life it's a hard cut weight and I feel I'm not recovery like 100%, but now I'm like a lot of things is different and I really want to step inside the cage and like feel what is gonna be changed, you know.
If your hand is raised at the end of the fight, you will become the first lightweight champion in the UFC history to also capture the welterweight, something that neither Dos Anjos or Conor McGregor could achieve. What would it mean? What would it mean to you if you achieve this?
I told you, this is biggest fight in my life, biggest test, you know, and like here in New York, in Madison Square Garden, it's gonna be hardest test, but I'm ready, you know.
Thank you.
Islam back here. There was a headline where
These guys have one more chance to ask a bad question, and I'm turning this off.
Jack had said that he was a better mixed martial artist and that he was coming to take your pound for pound spot. What's your reactions to some words like that?
What do you say?
There was an interview or something like that where Jack said he said, I'm a better mixed martial artist and I'm coming to take his pound for pound spot.
I think nobody believes this.
I don't even think JDM said that shit. How could JDM say he's the better mixed martial artist when in almost every interview he's also saying, we just can't let it go to the ground?
He's a good boxer. He's a good fighter, but I know I have better skills than him.
I think the journalist is twisting of JDM's words. I think he's talking about when JDM said he's going to finish Islam and take his pound for pound spot on the countdown. This dude didn't even know where to credit the source of the quote that he was reciting to Islam. I think it came from the countdown. And like I said, he didn't say he's the better mixed martial artist. He said he's going to knock Islam out and take his pound for pound spot. That's a misquote from the question asker, if you ask me.
And it seems like your experience here in New York has been pretty cool. You went to the Knicks game.
Oh, we're done here. No, we're fucking done here. The second they ask about the city, we're fucking done. And of course, it's that fucking kid who asked a stupid-ass question. You can already tell by his voice. We're done here, dude. We're done. We're done. You ruined it for everybody. I'm sorry, guys, if you were down to watch that. That kid fucking ruined it, dude. It puts me in a bad mood when they ask about the fucking city all the time. How was it going to the New York Knicks game? Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna go watch the Buckley call out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Juice says, I hate when they ask the ones that we already know the answers to. Facts. Guess that's what happens when some guys get rushed to the belt. Yes, Hustle Bones. That's true, bro. These guys get a lot handed to them. And I don't want to you know, that's going to get a weird, I feel like, interpretation. I'm not saying JDM got everything handed to him, you know, but yeah, he found himself in this spot a little bit sooner than expected, and he never had to politic necessarily to get there, right? And maybe if he had to politic, he would have realized, okay, I got to do something to stand out from other people, you know, but instead, Golden Boy JDM got the title shot off a win over who? Gilbert fucking Burns, bro. Gilbert fucking Burns. Gilbert fucking Burns, you know?
Usman,
So here's Joaquin Buckley calling out Shavkat. I don't know if JDM is just shy or actually nervous. Hustle Bones, that thought actually crossed my mind. Maybe JDM gets a little bit of anxiety at these pressers, so he doesn't want to open up because he's going to have like a panic attack if he does. I don't know. At least one guy tried. Wait. Paramount cracked down on these reporters. Get the Perry Punches of the world a press pass. At least one guy tried. Bro, I know, right? You know, I used to try to get press passes to the UFC and shit. And then, they like kept denying me and shit like that. I'm like, fuck it. Fuck you guys. I don't even want to go there anymore. And I have covered like Bellator events and shit. But I felt like I could do better just covering it all from my house. I felt like it was a lot of work when I went to the Bellator event, because I also had to like come home and post everything, versus like I could just screen record the UFC fucking YouTube channel and post it on my Instagram. There's like no difference. And it's not exclusive content just because Juice talking about getting me in there. I would like to go in there, but the thing I will say is all the people who go to these press conferences, whatever, however many reporters, 10, 15, 20, guess what? They're all recording the same fucking video. They're all recording the same fucking video. They're all going to post it to their YouTube channel. The one MMA Junkie posts, right, is no different than the one MMA Fighting posts, is no different than the one Cage Fighting post, or Cage Side Press posts. Nothing different than the one the UFC ends up posting. So, like, all these people go to these press conferences and get the same damn video. Look at Cage Side Press. You see it right here. 24 views for Sean Brady. That's because 6 other media outlets have already posted the same video. It's not exclusive. You know? And it's Sean Brady at the end of the day. We all know Sean Brady ain't selling shit. Mr. Number One Contender. But, that's my rant about going to the press conferences. I used to think it was like one of the things to do, but now I don't necessarily. Like, I'm cool with not going. I can get all the content I need without going. But it would be fun to go. It would be fun to go.
Usman shouted your name out today. What you think, bro?
Shout out to the GOAT. Shout out to the future Hall of Famer. You know, because, bro, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've been really kind of feeling some type of way that ever since my fight with Kamaru Usman, my name kind of went silent, right? A lot of guys in my division, you know, I'm like Baltimore. They don't want to say my name. You know, you talk about the names of Ian Gary. And y'all know how we talked about him and his wife, right? You talk about Sean Brady. He still got me blocked on Instagram. You talk about JDM. I talked about him.
What do you guys think about Sean Brady blocking my man Buck on Instagram? In my opinion, Joaquin should never fucking fight Brady. Never. Never fight Brady. Hustle Bones. Yeah, bro, he's speaking fucking English. He's speaking English. And you know what? I'd rather listen to him than JDM, Hustle Bones. Rather listen to him than JDM. This guy got something to say at least.
Give him a free nose job, right? And even this one that's moving up to the weight class now, these guys just don't want to say my name, right? And
speaking of not wanting to say his name, I find that funny just because this is the dude who said everybody's name. Everybody's name. Why don't nobody want to clap back at him? Why don't they? Why don't they want to clap back at him? I wonder why. We know why. We know why. We know why. They don't want to lose to him. And everybody talking bad on Joaquin. We will see. We will see. I'm not going to talk for the man, but I'm confident in the man.
Look, if I was just so much easy work and I wasn't as talented as a lot of you guys say, which is the UFC fans, right? Then think about this. Why aren't these guys calling me out, right? I'm still number 7 in the world. I still got a great rank and I still got a good name, right? But these guys, they want to dodge me like the plague. And like I said, respect to Usman because he went through that threat, right? He fought me, you know, and he was able to get his hand raised and be victorious, but he still knew that the threat that he had, which was me, that he knew that anytime I was on my feet, it was a potential that I could knock him out, right? And he already knows himself that I'm gonna give a lot of guys problems. But I just wanna say, like, at the end of the day, come on now, I'm the biggest name in the welterweight division. And I'm gonna keep shouting it out, I'm gonna keep saying it. Because nobody gives the type of fights that I've been doing. And the 170 weight class where all these guys have started there in their career since 2020 or 2021, they haven't put on a resume within 1 year that I didn't put on, right? Not only just knocking out ranked opponents, right? But going out there and promoting their fights ahead of time, you know? Going out there and doing meet and greets, going out there and doing seminars, going out there and just being a performer like I am. There is no...
Okay? This is why he should never fight Sean Brady. Sean Brady, Mr. Don't Do Nothing for no one. No one. The only person who would be doing somebody a favor if him and Brady fight is Joaquin. Doing Brady a favor. Mr. Brady, who fucking has had him blocked for going on 3 fucking years now. Fucking grow a pair, dude. Sean Brady blocked my ass too. Sean Brady blocked my ass too because he can't fucking handle it. Sean Brady can't fucking handle it. He got me blocked. He got Joaquin blocked.
Nobody in the UFC that works harder than Bucky. Y'all know that, right? Like,
and that's why he got to be selective, man. I'm going to talk to Joaquin, and I'm going to let him know, like, bro, you work too hard to just accept a fight against anyone, bro. You work too fucking hard. You gotta fight somebody who puts their effort into promotion too. And it ain't fucking Brady. Because guess what? This is the man right here. You beat this man right here, you get a title shot. You get a fucking title shot.
I said the numbers is gonna go up, right? At the end of the day. But I just find it funny that it took one man out of the whole division to say my name. That gotta mean something. So with all that being said, man, I truly believe that Usman is the rightfully next person to fight for that belt. You know, you got a great fight within JDM and Islam that's finna happen. And regardless of who wins that fight, whether it's JDM or Islam, I truly believe that Usman should be next, right, to fight for that belt. Because yet again, he has accomplished so much, has done so much. You've seen Dana White on the Pound for Pound podcast talking about Usman being the GOAT, welterweight GOAT over George St. Pierre. And shoot, I gotta respect him, right? Because Usman at the end of the day has always solidified who he is as a fighter. Even moving up and fighting a person like Khamzat on 10 days notice, right? Still giving that boogeyman a lot of trouble and a lot of problems. And if it would have been probably a 5-round fight, he probably would have got Khamzat out of there. He probably would have finished him. You understand? So with that being said, you gotta respect that man and let him go ahead and fight for a strap again. And with all this other noise that's going on, what's next for you, Buck? When we fighting again? I don't know, right? Because ain't nobody saying my name. Ain't nobody shouting me out. But I'm gonna use this time, man, just keep.
AKA, the welterweight division is scary, boys. Why the welterweight division scary? Why are they scary of my man Buck? I want to know. I thought he's a clown. I thought he ain't shit. I thought he got no grappling. All the stuff you guys want to say about him. Or at least all his critics.
Working on my skills. Y'all already know that I'm coming back, bro. And I'm coming back with a vengeance. But I don't want just no random ass fighter. Give me a fucking name. Give me somebody that can level me up too. Because like I said, I've been putting on these promotions. I've been talking my shit for a long time. I need another big name.
Like I fucking said.
And I'm gonna shout him out right here. I'm gonna do it right here, right now. Shavkat, you said you want to come back early Feb? Come see your boy Buck. Cause you was always chirping and saying, oh yeah, Buck, easy work, he light work. Then show the world that, man. Cause you been MIA for a minute, bro. And we been waiting on you. And I think that's an excellent fight for me and Shavkat to have. And then after we do that, I believe once I knock out Shavkat, I'm next for the belt as well. But you already know, if Usman go for that belt, and he just happened to win, I love my brother, but that's when the rematch either gotta be made or my man got to move up. But either way, I'm coming for that throne.
Let's get money. Let's get money. Joaquin Buckley versus Shavkat Rakhmonov, 2026. Let's fucking go. Joaquin versus Shavkat 2026. Let's get money. Let's get money. Great call out. Let's go. Let's go, Hustle Bones. You can't help but love Buck, all right? You take a minute to listen to anything this man has to say. Can't help but love him. Who's ranked under Usman? I don't fucking know. So is he refusing fights? Or I don't know who you're talking about refusing fights, Hustle, but you can let me know. He's smart enough to realize that raising Usman's stock raises his. Jew. You right, bro. You right. You right. You know the game too. The better Usman does, the man that just beat him, right? The better for him. Because that's the guy who just beat him, right? I mean, shit, if Usman goes ahead and gets the title off of the winner of JDM versus Islam, this man's gonna fucking love it. Maybe Dana needs to offer 10K for call out of the week. These guys, man. These guys are just, I don't know, man. I'm so turned off by a lot of fighters these days, man. I'm just keeping it real, bro. These guys are all fucking clueless as to what their job is. Yes, you gotta fight and train, bro. Yes, you gotta fight and train, I know. But you're selling yourself. And then the way these guys sell themselves, corny as hell. They all want to do the same thing. They all want to go do what I'm doing, right? Do what the media guys are doing. Go start a podcast. Dude, go do your fucking thing. I'm talking about Sean Brady doing his little, podcast with his friends, thinking he's doing something. Go promote yourself in a better way. These guys are clueless as to how to promote themselves. It's actually sad. Usman doesn't beat Islam or JDM TBH. I would obviously be doubtful of that too, Hustle Bones. But I was just speaking hypothetically. If Usman beat one of them, that would be best case scenario for Joaquin. Shavkat going to try to grapple. He can catch Shavkat. Shavkat has no head movement. He's there to be hit. Hold up. All these welterweights on the card, and only Buck did the promoting right this week, and he not even fighting. Thank you, Jew. Hey, and you know what? I'll say this right now. I have not spoke to Joaquin yet, all right? But I think now is the time. I don't know if I've said this already. My bad if I did. But now's the time. I'm gonna reach out and see if I can get him on on Sunday to film an interview, just to react to this card. Because obviously he called out Shavkat, right? You got Brady versus Morales on this card. Get his reaction to that. You got Protez versus Leon. Get his reaction to that. In my opinion, I want to see Joaquin fight the loser of Protez versus Leon or the winner. It doesn't even fucking matter. But then on top of that, you got the title fight, right? And then you got the fight next week with Bilal and Ian Gary. So you got 5 welterweight fights happening right now. Or it's 4, huh? Brady, Morales, Protez, Edwards, JDM Islam, Bilal Gary. Yeah, so you got 4 big top 10 welterweight bouts happening in the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to try to get Joaquin on, get his reaction to the fights after they take place this weekend, get his prediction for fucking Ian Gary and shit like that. And then also talk about his call out of Shavkat. Now, to speak on the Shavkat call out, me and Joaquin, we must have woke up with the fucking same thoughts going through our head today. Because I saw this last night, and I was like, I'm gonna post this first thing in the fucking morning. And wait, for the record, you guys see this real quick, just so everybody knows, because I get a lot of shit. People be yelling at me and shit like that for. One second, let me plug in my phone. It just died. People yell at me, right? People yell at me for posting Blueface, right? Blueface watching Manny Pacquiao shadow box. But you see right there, how many likes does that have? 192, right? 192. How many likes does this have? 51. Okay. So if you're one of these people, like Mr. Mike Swole, telling me, okay, not sure what this has to do with us being fighting fans, must be a slow day. Well, then make sure you go watch and like and comment on this video right here. Okay? That got 50 likes. Shavkat getting me 50 fucking likes. Okay? I'm better off posting Blueface, so stop telling me what the fuck to do. Alright? I'm the one who does this shit. And if you got better, not you guys in the chat, but I'm just saying, anyone who got better ideas, okay, go create your own fucking page. How about that? Since you're so smart, since you got all the fucking ideas. You could do that right now. These fucking guys telling me how to fucking run this shit. But anyway, we still got a comment from Joaquin. So here's Rakhmonov doing pull-ups, which are just fucking terrible, by the way. I mean, I thought my man injured his knee. I thought my man had a knee injury, bro. My man clearly got a shoulder or some type of lat injury. These pull-ups are atrocious and super close grip. Look at that close-ass grip, bro. You can't get any closer than that or else your hands are fucking touching. But let me read it. This is a pure troll by me. I'm a break the fourth wall for you guys. This is a pure troll by me. Shavkat putting in the work for UFC return. I put Shavkat putting in the work for his UFC return after recently re-injuring the same knee he underwent surgery on after the Ian Gary fight. How y'all rate his pull-ups? Okay. I put like perfect, mid, not one pull-up was done. Everybody voted not one pull-up was done. That's why Joaquin put none, 0. All right. So Joaquin clapped back at Shavkat, and then he posted about him on his YouTube channel. That's what I was saying. We were on the same mindset today. But look at these pull-ups from Shavkat. This is absolutely atrocious, dude. He's got to have a different injury.
Sure.
Like, he's not going all the way up, and he's doing that, like, I don't even know what you call it. He's, like, kicking his feet up. You feel me? Not going all the way down and kicking your feet up is crazy work, bro. Crazy fucking work.
Sure.
Shout out Shavkat, man. Shout out Shavkat. My man, I thought my man had a fucking knee injury, bro. Something happened to his fucking back too now? You're kidding me. You're kidding me right now. Yo, full screen Tracy, I gotta do something real quick. Oh, the roof. Not okay, Dylan, but Dylan, here's the thing. I didn't even critique Shavkat on the up part. I'm critiquing Shavkat on not going all the way down. I think Shavkat is going all the way up. I don't think Shavkat's going all the way down though, and he's kicking his fucking legs. I got no problem with the up. I got a problem with this right here, the bend in the fucking arms, and then watch the kick in the legs. The kick in the fucking legs, bro. I got a problem with that shit. This right here, I don't got a problem with. That I got a problem with. That I got a fucking problem with. You better be locking out at the end of these, brother. Or a little bit more than this. Horse shoulder transplant. My man needs some more horse meat or something like that. He's shrugging up. Yeah, bro, it's terrible. It's terrible. Yo, full screen. Alright. See, boys, this is why. Come on now. You telling me I don't got the best fucking page? You're tripping if you don't think so. Hold up. Shout out Tracy. Shout out Tracy. I want to know who pinched in right here. Who's Admit it now. Admit it now. Who zoomed in on the Nani? Who zoomed in on the Nani? Buckley should do a video to show Shavkat how to do pull-ups. You want to see a video of Joaquin doing pull-ups? Why not? Why not? Hold up. Okay. Let's check out Joaquin doing some pull-ups from a while ago, maybe like last year. I'm gonna find it. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Check it out. Check it out.
So even if that's not Usman, you know what I mean? I do deserve somebody in the top 5.
You want to fight before the end of the year, no? You called for that in your video on YouTube.
Yes.
How many likes? How many likes did this get? 15K? You don't say, boys. You don't say that shit got 15K. Me? Me and Buck? Nah. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. All right, give me a second here. Bro, Buck with the nap was a fucking a moment in time. Buck with the nap. Moment in time. What do you guys think of Nat Buck? Should he go back? We're getting there. We're getting there. Hold up. Hold up. Don't tell me I missed it already.
You will never punk me. You don't have enough money to buy me. You don't have nothing to offer me. You can't kill me. Even if you tried, I can't die. You'll deal with me for generations to come.
Taking shit. Oh, here it is. Here's the pull-ups. Here. Bro, why is he in his fucking boxers? I feel Diddy watching this. What up, Scott?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Glad y'all had to check that out. You know, a lot of y'all was talking stuff about my pull-up form. I had to show y'all what's really good. But listen, man, I'm fighting this upcoming weekend against Alex Morono. October 7th, man, another good knockout coming my way. He's definitely a game opponent. I know he's coming out. He's going to be ready. But I'm sorry, man. All the work I've been putting in, I don't care what you're doing for your fight camp, it ain't gonna be enough. Also, make sure to check me out at Fight Capital, October 4th. I'm gonna be there at 3 p.m. till 5. I'm doing an open workout. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what we gonna do to Alex Morono when we get there. Let's get this money, baby.
Look at that. Those are real pull-ups. Those are real reps right there.
Ooh, hey.
Just a little contrast for my man Shavkat, in case he's not sure how to run a pull-up. That's how you do it right there. Another one, another one. They're all on here. They're all on here. Anyway. Pause, what? Hey, we're just contrasting some pull-ups. I didn't know Joaquin was going to be in his fucking boxers, all right? I did not fucking know that. I thought he was at least going to be wearing some shorts. But shout out. Dylan says, Buck with that hairstyle looks like a high school principal or PE teacher. That's funny. I could see it. I could see it. Makes him look too friendly or what? The buzz cut is like more don't approach me type shit. Look at the naps. I thought it was a good look. I thought it was a good look. Alright, so that's that. And by the way, with that whole pull-up video with previewing his fight against Alex Morono, yeah, JDM could never. JDM could never. You guys want to see this one?
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's about SD.
You man. I gotta say this one. He's like, I seen Dylan's on steroids now because he's 170 and shit like that.
He said I was on steroids?
I think he's like trolling, you know, because he don't like you anyway.
If they want to bring me back, I will fucking come back to the UFC at 185 and beat his ass, bro. Like, it ain't nothing, bro. It ain't nothing, bro. If that has to be on our return fight, I will come and take him out of the UFC. We can fight for who has a contract afterwards.
You feel any sympathy for him for the shit he been going through, or what do you think when you be seeing that stuff?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I do feel bad. When I seen he had 0 to his account, bro, I literally almost contacted him to try to help him out, but I was like, you know what, fuck him now. And then I seen the shit with him getting what was he was locked up in a dog cage or something.
You know, we did an interview, I asked him about it, he confirmed it.
Oh my god, he was trying to hide
go back and watch the interview.
Cage. He was trying to hide out in the dog cage?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I was scared. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared.
But hey, at the end of the day, bro, I do wish him the best of luck in his career and his life. I get all the talk back and forth shit and we hate each other, bro, but I do hope he gets better and I do hope he gets his money together. But if he wants to still fight and he wants to do it, and if UFC's down to sign that for the first fight, I will gladly fight his ass at 185 and I'll beat the shit out of him. But I do hope and I pray that his bank account gets right, because that shit's stressful, bro, and it's hard to fight with $0 in your bank account, and it's hard to fight to your full potential with that much in your bank account. So I do hope he gets better, and I think it's pretty cool that the UFC is keeping him around and helping him out with some fights in the process. But for some reason, this motherfucker don't know how to stay out of trouble, so he's got to get a better friend group for real.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's about
Somebody tags SD in it. I wonder what SD is going to say when he sees it. But yeah. Budka basically was like, I'll return to the UFC and fight SD at 185, and we can fight for who has a contract. Loser never returns to the UFC. I like those stakes, bro. I like that shit. He goes, I mean, read the shit. I will fucking come back to the UFC and beat his ass, bro. It ain't nothing. I will come and take him out of the UFC. We can fight for who has a contract afterwards. I'll gladly fight his ass at 185 and I'll beat the shit out of him. But I hope and pray his bank account gets right. What is so hard about this, Mr. JDM? What is so hard about this? It's confidence, bro. You're in a fight sport. And now you're going to shy away from your confidence? Like, come on, man. Talk your shit, bro. Here he is again.
Where were you at?
Calling out Kevin Holland. I would love to fight Kevin Holland for my UFC return. Look at everybody. I'm not even trying to hate, but he's beating guys with losing records by decision. Come on, bro. Just worry about getting back on Contender Series next, not calling out a good fighter. Fight your way up with experience. No need to rush into good comp. That will set you back. So I'm going to give you guys an example of something right now, okay? If Budka made a more mid-level, right, call out that didn't ruffle any feathers, okay, this post would have gotten no comments, no interaction, okay? Understand that. Understand that. If you try to appease all the people that be hating, okay, you got nothing left. Now nobody's watching. You like that? Is that better for you? That's why Joe Rogan sucks now. But, yeah. Hustle Bone says, I just zoomed to see the new Venom, bro. The new Venom kit, bro. You know. I know, homie. This was Hustle Bones through his phone. Sniffing. Wait, Hustle Bones, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, though, for real. For real. Whenever we get someone good in the chat, you gotta make sure you subscribe. Louis says, I want to see him rematch Holland at some point, but Holland went in the other direction. Yeah, I know. That would have been dope, though, to see him and Kevin fight. And maybe they can one day. Joaquin really wanted that. If you're a hardcore Joaquin fan, I mean, you know he wants to run that back. Like, bad. That one keeps him up. If any fight keeps him up, it's that Kevin Holland loss, I feel like. If any fight keeps him up, it's that one. Especially seeing how Kevin's career played out, the people Kevin's lost to. Joaquin's like, damn, bro, I can't believe I let that one go. Back in the boxing gym, watching Pacquiao train. I think Blueface gonna fight Nick Young, but I would like that to be his warm-up for Aaron the Plumber. And if he gets past Aaron the Plumber, you parlay that into a Jake Paul fight. That's what I would say for Blueface. 3-fight run right there. Oh, Dylan goes, Budka has a new fan. Let's go, Dylan. Shout out Dylan. From one Dylan to another. Nah, Dylan's cool. He's a cool dude. I wish him the best. And, yeah, man, both of his parents passed away. And he was young. He's like 22 years old when his parents passed away, like 21. You got to feel for the man. That's like my worst fear in life, bro. Well, I did lose one parent, but I still got my mom, so that's my biggest fear in life, you feel me? But yeah, shout out to Dylan Budka. He a good dude, man. He a good dude. Talks about getting sober, his relationship with God and shit like that. This was a genuine, a real interview right here. Real conversation. If you guys want to check it out. And Dylan got a crazy fucking fan base on Facebook, bro. He reposted this shit on Facebook, and the video's already at is it almost at 1,000? Dylan's interview is at like 900 views right now or something like that. Yeah, over 900 views. It'll be at 1,000 by the morning. But a lot of those are from his Facebook account. So he got a viral Facebook page or something. Okay. You guys stuck with me long enough. And it's good that you stuck with me this long because the hardcores will now get a piece of gold, okay? And I mean, only if you... I'm going to tell you right now before I even show you anything. If you are not someone who opens up your perspective, okay, to a broader horizon, this ain't for you. Okay, you're not going to get shit. You're going to be distracted by the looks. Okay? You're going to be judging a book by its cover. All right? I encourage you, if you're going to stick around and listen to this, you listen to the words and don't be judgmental so you can actually learn something. Okay? You've been hearing me say it all night, right? Put out your fire. Put out your fire. These guys, they're so busy appeasing people. They're putting out their fires and then ain't nobody left around anymore. Okay? Where did I get this from?
Hey!
Blueface baby. Blueface baby. Okay? Listen carefully. Listen carefully to this. And then I'll give you guys some of my insight as well.
Chaotic scene, right?
Yeah.
It sound like people are doing
real shit, bro.
Come on, brother.
That's some
as soon as I get out, they get in the first streams.
That's some real shit, bro.
Come on, brother.
That's some real shit. You know, when I saw what happened, I was obviously so sad. We done what, like before that we did like three streams, whatever it was. Yeah.
Before I would go quiet for a few minutes. If you haven't liked the stream already, like the stream. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. All right. Continuing.
But bro, I'm glad you're out. You're healthy. You're a new man. And you dropping some fucking banger music. All right, chat, let's do it there. Yeah, W's in the chat for Blueface. They're saying W-mans. You are a W-mans, bro. You know, I feel like in this shit, there's a lot of people that, like, you know, like I genuinely fuck with you, and I feel like you genuinely fuck with me.
Man. And it's crazy because I got out, it's like, damn, everybody, like, got worse. Now it's like people are doing what the people say do instead of doing what you want to do and the people interacting. Now motherfuckers is doing what the people want them to do. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I seen Ink Monster the other day. You know Ink Monster?
No.
Okay, well, basically, he's...
Before we go further, ask yourself the question, do you do what you want to do, or do you do what the people want you to do? Food for thought.
Dude who had a lot of face tattoos.
Okay.
You know Ink Monster?
No.
Okay, well, basically, he's a dude who had a lot of face tattoos.
Okay.
And I seen him, and he had no more face tattoos.
He took them off.
And it like disappointed me because I'm like, damn, they got you too, huh? Like you just conform to everybody probably telling you all day.
People trying to please other people.
Yeah, cover it up, 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 cover it up. And then he really covered it up. And it's like, man, is that really what you wanted to do?
Damn.
Or are you conforming to be more like?
I feel you.
Me personally, I'm going against this shit. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
You do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, and then the way I see it, look, I'm gonna break it down for you. It's like, say I set this bitch on fire. and I get my chair, and I sit in front of my phone. Right. I'm sitting in front of this house burning. Motherfuckers gonna be like, hey, Blue, hey, your house is on fire. Fire department gonna be out this motherfucker, helicopter in the air, police outside, sirens. Hey, it's on fire, it's on fire. And I'm just sitting there acting like I don't know, right? What does that sound like? It sound like a motherfucking chaotic scene, right?
Yeah.
It sound like something to see, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be, right? I know it's on fire. I'm looking at my phone, acting like I don't know, so y'all can keep more people coming. Call the marshal. Call the motherfucking state trooper. Call everybody. I want everybody outside this motherfucker burning, right?
Yeah.
Now the second I look up and I acknowledge you guys and I turn around and start putting the fire out, once the fire is out,
then
everybody's gone.
Damn!
I lost my fire, gang. Everybody gone though. I'm thinking, this is what they thinking. Oh, I put the fire out. They gonna fuck with me. No, gang, everybody's gonna leave and you're gonna be sitting there wondering why you just conformed to everybody when they was all outside the house. You feel me?
Damn.
That's how you gotta look at it.
You're a smart
Everybody gone now. You answered all their fucking questions, so to speak. You know what I mean? You made it so they can't criticize you anymore. Good. You got what you wished for. They're gone. Now there ain't nobody. Enjoy.
motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, it's that deep, brother. I didn't get hit on accident.
I mean,
it's that fucking deep. It is that deep. And no, he didn't get here by accident.
Yeah, I mean, no shit. Fuck, bro.
So it's like,
damn.
But you gotta be a tough motherfucker to be like, to just keep, feel me? Keep acting like you don't see them.
Yeah.
Chopper out, they dropping water from the motherfucking helicopter. What? That sounds lit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just right here like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. And you guys are gonna, I keep my fire. The second I put this motherfucker out, y'all gonna leave.
Gone.
I'm gonna be stuck with a bunch of debris, trying to recover, trying to fix this, and I'm gonna be looking like, damn, nobody's gonna help me fix it?
Yeah.
No, everybody gone. The fuck.
Damn, that's a great take.
Yeah, it's that deep. So now that I'm seeing everybody put their fire out, I'm like, damn, got you too.
You gotta keep your shit going.
No, I'm never gonna be like that.
No, I'm saying keep the fire going.
Yeah, keep the fire. I mean, keep you going, you know?
Yeah.
If you wanna get your face tattoos removed, that's great.
You'd never remove a tattoo?
No, hell no.
Never.
That's cool. You see how real I keep it? Shit.
So I hope you guys get that. That's for you boys. You know what I mean? I'm trying to give you guys something that I think will benefit you. All right? So I hope you enjoyed that. Okay? I think it's a great piece of advice. And let me give you an example of some of this shit, okay? Like I said,
where were you
out with Kevin Holland? You know what? We're not even going to go through this one. But how about this one? How about Joaquin, okay? Joaquin got like 35 comments on this post. But look, so once you fight a dude who hasn't fought in over a year due to injuries, that gets you a title shot, right? So in other words, let me just simplify it for you guys. The fans want Joaquin to have more common sense, so to speak, right? They're telling him, have more common sense, bro. You're coming off of a loss. You shouldn't ask for a title shot. But that's truly how he feels in his heart. He's just expressing how he feels in his heart. Or he's politicking, whatever it is. But he wanted to say it, and he said it. Okay? People respond, and they tell him, look, man, a little bit more self-awareness from you would be nice, right? Okay. So the next time he comes in with self-awareness, this guy's not commenting. 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 Okay? So understand that. When you avoid criticism, when you avoid people telling you that you're not doing something right? Enjoy, bro. Enjoy having no one there in a few months. Once you put out all those fires. Okay? You appeased everyone, now they're not here no more. This dude, Mike Swole, this motherfucker, the stupid motherfucker right here, guaranteed, every time I post some bullshit, he gonna comment on it. Meanwhile, just like Blueface said, I was on my phone acting like I didn't see it. Acting like I didn't see it. Here I am talking about it. Clearly I saw this shit. But I'm gonna act like I didn't see it. I don't like it. I don't comment back to him. I don't tell him stop. Blah, blah, blah. Right? I'm not gonna not post Blueface in the future because he commented this. No, bro. No. And where's the other one? 1 second. I'll give you guys another example of one I received backlash for. Okay? But again, right? Yeah, maybe I'm crazy. I'll admit. Maybe I'm crazy, boys. Maybe I tied in something wild here, right? With Islam saying he would retire if Khabib told him to. Basically saying if Khabib tells him to jump, he'll say how high. And then Blueface saying he got a bitch on the Eiffel Tower ready to jump if he says so. So yeah, I connected the two, right? I did my thing. I'm not worried about other people. But look at all this. Look. All these comments of not understanding it. And it pushed it. Okay? So don't worry about other people, bro. And then even this, even people hating on me, like somebody commented my name or something. This is why Jacob Castro sucks. Fire that man. You can't fire me. I own all this shit. Can't fire me. I own this shit. But hey, look, this person knows me, okay? This person knows me. They're commenting my name, okay? Here's another one. Whenever I post my reels and I caption it with my name in it, you'll see a lot of people saying, "Who's Jacob?" Right? Sometimes people say that. See, who is Jacob Castro? So should I put out this fire? Should I put out this fire and stop putting my name in it and listen to this guy so that he doesn't comment again? Do you guys get what I'm trying to tell you, though? Does this make sense? Right? This person, I could take that to heart. I could be like, damn, I'm a nobody, right? Nobody knows me. Whatever you want to like take it as. But no, I mean, this person's commenting it. And then there's 3 people who like this. So that's 4 total engagements off of me just putting my name in my shit. Okay? And there's probably another person who commented it too. Because usually there's multiple people asking who I am. And then another person, see, this dude annoying as fuck. Okay, fine. That's fine. That's fine. You feel me? So what, should I change my ways so that this dude doesn't comment something anymore? I'm not tripping, bro. And if I do, if I listen to all these fuckers, all these fucking haters, right? If I listen to all these fucking haters, that's what they are. They're haters. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see me succeed. Why the fuck would I listen to their advice? These fucking haters. So I'm just letting you boys know, bro. I'm letting you boys know. The last thing I'll say, this shit happened to me in high school, bro. When I was in high school, I used to be a crazy, I could call them gay hustle bones. But honestly, the reason why I don't comment back is because I think they wouldn't comment again in the future. Like, I don't acknowledge it because I feel like they'll keep commenting the same shit if I just don't acknowledge it. And that was before Blueface. Like, if you look at my reels, come on, because Blueface just said this like a week ago, right? But I've been posting reels for my podcasts, right, for over a year. So, what's it called? Look at this one, Jacob Castro.
UFC BJJ 3.
I don't know if anybody asked. Oh, who is Jacob and why should we care what he says? So you see, guys, it's a guaranteed comment every time. Here we got 8 likes. We got 2 replies. Someone goes, oh, so they figure it out. See, they're debating me behind the scenes, boys. They're debating me behind the scenes. Self-promo, I think, to make his way into becoming an MMA journalist outside his page. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, yeah, thank you, boys. So we got 5 likes here, 8 likes here, 3 comments. You see what I'm saying, boys? This is my fire right here. This is my motherfucking fire. And I don't give a fuck if they want to keep commenting this. It doesn't matter to me. In fact, I enjoy it. It's better. Keep doing that. Keep debating it. I ain't putting out this motherfucking fire, bro. I gotta be stupid to put this fire out. That's why I make sure to put my name in this shit now. Unfollowing because of this dude. All right. But still, look. He commented on the last one, too. And then look what I said. Shut your hating ass up, bruh. Shut your hating ass up. Another person comments a question mark. You feel me? But look, we got a comment. We got 5 likes. We got me. This person. We got me. I'm not tripping, bro. I'm not fucking tripping. You're a child. Ah. That's fine, bro. I am a fucking child. I ain't never fucking getting too serious. That shit's boring as hell. Then I'm gonna be like JDM. So I guess I should stop acting the way I act, huh? And shut this person up so they never comment again. You guys get what I'm saying, right? You guys get this shit. This is all... Oh, by the way, this is my homie from high school. We played baseball together and shit like that. Tequila Gets You Naked. Shout out Chandler Verdugo, my homie. I don't got a lot of homies from high school showing love, but this dude is one of my homies. He shows love. But you guys get it, right? All this shit is compiling too. All this shit adds up, bro. Fast forward 6 months to a year, think about how many people would have commented and typed out my name with their fingers in my comment section. Over 100? Over a couple hundred? Should I just shut all that stuff down? My name's never gonna get out there, then it doesn't fucking matter. So I think you guys get the point. I made it very clear, and I want to make sure I make it clear to you boys because I deal with it too. We all deal with it. And honestly, don't give a fuck, bro. You be you. And everybody else can just deal with it, bro. You're going to be sorry and sad and by yourself if you stop being yourself, all right? Then you're not going to know what people like you for. At least if you're yourself, bro, and people fuck with you, you know what it is. You didn't switch up. You know they like you for you. So yeah, I think I made my point clear. See, I got more. 16 comments, you know what I mean? So, clearly, I'm sure they did ask about my name here too. But it's good money. It's good money, boys. You see it. You see it. Don't be scared. They're just haters anyway. Let's see what the comments say though. Can't wait for Blueface to turn 50. He's gonna be the next philosopher. Bro, Blueface is low-key pretty smart, man. And that's why I said, right? I told you boys in the past, stop judging books by its cover, bro. Stop judging books by its cover. Because I already told you, sometimes I walk out of the house looking like a piece of shit just to deflect all the fuckers out there who are judgmental as hell. See you later. Don't even want to talk to you. They'll always try to knock you to feel more righteous. Yeah, of course. It makes them feel a type of way that I'm on here. You know what I mean? Popping my shit, popping my opinion. They don't like it. They probably wish they were doing it. I'm sure a large majority of the people who are saying, who's Jacob Castro and shit like that, you know, they're jealous that they don't get to pop their opinion like me. Hey, you could do it. Go do it. Didn't nobody fucking put me on? Didn't nobody co-sign me? You know what I mean? Go do it. You got a good opinion, go share it. Maybe they just comment because they want you to call them gay. Call them gay. I guess I could, Hustle Bones. That's actually a good response, Hustle Bones. I'll give it to you. Because that's just going to start another fire. Calling them gay, I'm going to get people calling me like a... you know, anti-gay and super immature on my page. Wow, this is an MMA page calling people gay. That's actually not a bad idea, Hustle Bones. I will consider it. Once the fire burns hot enough, the glaze and praise comes next. I know. Then they're going to be like, yeah, man, I told you so. I knew you were going to succeed. I knew it. Sure, you sure you weren't in my comments before, though, saying who's Jacob? You sure? You sure you weren't in them? All right. I guess I'll trust you. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I don't take it that serious. It's all good if you were a hater. In fact, to that I say, thank you. Thank you for your support. And even the Dylan Budka interview, just so you guys know, there's like 12 comments on that right now. Half of them are negative. Saying like Dylan Budka is not ready to call for a UFC shot yet. Okay, fine. So I guess he just shouldn't have done that. Then nobody would have even been paying any attention to him. All right, that's my last time repeating it, guys. Sorry if it became redundant, but I was passionate about it. And that's the news for the day. That is the news for the day. Put Sean in her tooth gap.
No! That won't land. No, man, I'm coming. Come on, baby, move out there. Get out. Get out. No.
They're blocking everything. Shout out Blueface, shout out Floyd. Floyd really the go to boxing. Not even a debate. Not even a debate. And another prime example of somebody who doesn't give a fuck about people's negative opinions and just wiped his tears with his money instead. Alright, boys. Shout out all you boys. Shout out everybody who stuck through. And I think live stream tomorrow. Let's get some good headlines going. You know, today wasn't bad. Shout out to Joaquin for giving us something to talk about. Shout out to everybody else who gave us something to talk about. I think it was Joe Rogan, JDM. Surprisingly, JDM gave us something to talk about. And, Pereira. Yeah, so shout out to everybody who gave us something to talk about today. Because the people fighting on this weekend's card gave us nothing to talk about. Isn't that funny? We got a pay-per-view coming up this weekend. Okay, I've been on here for over 2 hours, haven't touched it once really, aside from the JDM boring press conference. But alright boys, I'll see you later. Oh, TMT sparring is notoriously hard. Crazy that Blueface went through it. I know, while I was watching it, Dylan, I'm like, damn, Blueface actually stepped in the ring to spar Floyd. Like, imagine the anxiety just putting on the gloves and the boots and the headgear and then just stepping in there. Knowing you're going to spar Floyd, I would be anxious as fuck. For sure. Blueface got some balls stepping in to fight Floyd. I'll give it to him. I will give it to him. And the money team, my favorite video, Dylan, I don't know if you ever watched it, but you got to look up, I'm sure you have if you're saying what you're saying, but you got to look up Floyd Mayweather Doghouse Rules Sparring. That's the best shit you could ever see. To this day. Floyd Mayweather Doghouse Rules Sparring. Hustle Bones, peace. Peace out, Hustle Bones. I hope you subscribed, Hustle Bones, or I hope you've been subscribed. But peace out, everybody. Like the video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everybody.